Hey guys, so what do you think is the most important thing in life?
I've been trying to find the words to say to talk about a topic, but it's harder than I thought. Look at me, I'm struggling. It's time for a video. It's time for a video. It's time for a video where Sabrina talks about some stuff, or at least she tries.
Everybody always has different answers to that question. I mean, some people think that family is the most important and other people think that money is, and some people who are around about my age think that getting good marks is the most important. And there's just so many different answers to that question. For me though, I have an answer to that question. I actually have 5 things that I think are the most important in life, and the reason why I have these definitive 5 things is because I've always been thinking of that question. Do you guys think about it all the time too? I've actually narrowed them down to 5 words that represent the 5 most important things, and all 5 words start with the letter C, which helps me remember them. The first thing that's the most important is communication. Always communicate with other people and with yourself. You gotta communicate with your own body, know what's going on, your own mind as well, because the mind is extremely important. When you're having difficulties with another person, you need to communicate with them. There's no way beating around the bush, because if you're asking somebody else what they're thinking, how they're feeling, you're communicating with somebody else to get information about another person when you can just communicate with them. Just go straight to the source. Communication. Thing number 2 is consideration. You've got to be considerate for other people. And the worst thing that I have ever heard is people who live by the saying, treat others how you want to be treated. And then when someone does something stupid, they turn around and go, is that what you'd like someone to do to you? Because people who are rude typically would turn around and go, yeah, sure, people can be rude to me. I don't give a crap. It's not a matter if you give a crap about something, okay? Not everybody shares the same views as you. You need to be considerate to whatever view, whatever feeling anybody else has. And that means you are consistently nice all the time, no matter how difficult it is for you. No matter how stupid somebody is, how wrong their opinion may be, in your opinion, doesn't matter. You be considerate. That's what you gotta do. That's how you live life so that everybody is happy. Because regardless of what you might think, even if you're considerate to somebody that you don't agree with their opinion on, you will still be fine. You will still live, the earth will still turn, and nothing will go wrong in your life. Number 3 is connections. Connections are super important because especially once you get older and you want to get a job or you want to have someone who's going to help you out with something, you need to have connections with other people. You got to have connections with a whole range of different people and personalities and all that other stuff, because you never know what you might need in the future. You got to have the best connections in your life. It's also important to have connections to people that aren't necessarily your best friends or your family, but other people who are just acquaintances or workmates or potential workmates. You don't need heaps of friends. You don't need a family that's going to support you every step of the way, because God knows that doesn't always happen. You just need connections. Doesn't have to be affectionate connections. Doesn't need to be the strongest connection in the world, just simple connections. The biggest example of needing a connection is when you are down, you are depressed. Either you're feeling depressed or you've been diagnosed with depression or anything like that. You need connections for that, because you need someone that you're going to communicate with, and you need someone who's going to be considerate to you. You need to have connections. You can be independent all you want. One way or another, you're going to need to have connections. So go out there and make some. The 4th thing you need is creativity, which a lot of people are going to argue and say you don't really need, but life is boring without creativity, in my opinion. And I'm going to just reiterate the fact that this is my definitive list of 5 things that are important in life, okay? If it doesn't work for you, don't use it. I'm just stating my opinion and justifying it, okay? Be considerate. I think creativity is super important, because otherwise you're gonna get really bored with life. If you have no imagination whatsoever, just what's the point? I can't see the point. If you can see the point of living a life without imagination and creativity, please let me know in the comments box below, because I'd love to understand that point of view. Thing number 5 that I think is the most important thing in the world, in your life, is conditioning. And I don't just mean hair conditioning, because yes, it's important to condition your hair. For me, it's more important than shampooing. Conditioning in a different sense. It's important that you condition yourselves to different events and different emotions that you're going to have in your life for the rest of your life. Events such as being let down, or giving things a go, or having people tell you what kind of person you are from their perspective when it's different to what you would have thought. You need to condition yourself to events like that, and the only way to do that is to have events like that happen all throughout your life. Conditioning is just another word for having experience, which anywhere you go for, people are going to ask what kind of experiences you had. Every day people ask you, so how was your day? That's people asking you, what was your experience today? When you apply for a job, people ask for you, what's your credentials, what's your experience, what's your training? How have you conditioned yourself to the workplace you're trying to enter? Conditioning is like a synonym for practice as well, because you've got to keep practicing the thing that you want to do to get better. And you've got to be conditioning yourself to be the very best that you can be when the time comes. So I'm going to recap those 5 things, right? Communication, consideration, connections, creativity, and conditioning. The 5 C's that you need to have an awesome life, I guess. So that was my definitive list of 5 things that are super important in life. And I want to know what you guys think are super important. I mean, do you think that I've missed out on something? Do you think that I've listed something that isn't really important? Is one of my words really confusing you? You got to tell me in the comments so that I can help you out. If you don't want to tell me in the comments, you can always message me on one of my social media sites, because I love talking to people. I love communicating and having connections. Is that not obvious? So this video is going to be really long and I'm really sorry. Please give it a thumbs up if you're okay with it and if it was worth it, because otherwise I'm going to feel like I completely failed. Look, I hope you guys all have a fantastic life, and I hope that today in particular is going to be a fantastic day for you, especially since you just watched one of my videos. I look forward to seeing you guys next time, and don't forget to subscribe if you liked this stuff. I didn't say that before. Damn it! Bye! Just please, for the love of God, communicate. That I didn't complete. I love you guys.